Fluent Flow Podcast. New videos every day. Let's learn English together.
Welcome to the Fluent Flow Podcast. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something I think, well, pretty much everyone experiences. Feeling tired.
That feeling of being worn out.
Exactly. Just drained, sometimes even when you think you've had enough sleep. We're going to explore some really practical strategies today.
Yeah, strategies for managing that fatigue, but also, maybe more importantly, for finding some personal renewal, getting your energy back.
And our source for this is really interesting. It's like a guide, isn't it?
It is. It's full of personal practices, things you can do yourself, and they're described as, well, profoundly simple.
Simple. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, simple, but maybe often overlooked. It's really for anyone who feels overwhelmed, worn out, pushing through, but still feeling exhausted.
Happens to the best of us.
It really does. And the guide suggests that feeling strong again isn't necessarily about big, huge changes.
Okay.
It's more about small steps, consistent, intentional actions you take for yourself.
Right. So our mission today, what we want to do is unpack these strategies. We want to pull out the really helpful bits, the nuggets of knowledge, and maybe try to understand why these simple things actually work. Why are they effective?
Exactly. What's going on there?
Okay, let's unpack this. So where do we start? The source begins by just stating a fact, really. Everyone does feel tired sometimes.
Yeah. It normalizes it right away.
Which is important, I think, because sometimes you feel guilty about being tired, don't you? Like you should be doing more.
Definitely. But the guide says, look, acknowledging it, just admitting I feel tired, that's the first step. And it's okay. It's perfectly fine.
It's okay to feel tired. That's a relief just hearing that.
It is. And it goes a bit deeper. The core idea seems to be don't fight the tiredness.
Yeah.
Don't see it as like your enemy.
Okay, so what then?
Treat it as a signal, a message. Your body is trying to communicate something important to you.
Like an internal message system.
Exactly. And the key thing is to actually pause. Stop what you're doing for a moment and really listen. Try to understand what that message is instead of just, ignoring it and pushing harder.
Listening to your body. We hear that phrase a lot, but maybe we don't always do it.
It's harder than it sounds sometimes. It involves what scientists sometimes call interoception. That's just the ability to notice your own internal feelings, hunger, thirst, pain, and tiredness.
And the guide suggests a very immediate, very practical first step for doing that, right?
Super simple. Just stop and take a deep breath.
Just like that.
Just like that. It even says, inhale, exhale. Yeah. Just that simple act can help you reconnect with yourself right in that moment.
It's like a mini reset button you can press anytime.
Pretty much. A quick pause.
Okay, so that leads nicely into the next idea, which is about breaks, but specifically really short breaks.
Yeah, intentional breaks.
The source mentions just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That sounds, well, almost too short to make a difference, doesn't it?
It does seem small, especially in our busy lives. But the guide argues these short pauses are surprisingly powerful.
Why? What's the thinking behind that? Why would 5 minutes help so much?
Well, the idea is that even a very brief break can interrupt the cycle of fatigue. When you're just going and going, your focus starts to fade, your energy drops. A 5-minute pause can stop that downward spiral. It gives your brain, especially the part that handles focus and decisions, a quick chance to rest and sort of recharge. It's about restoring your attention.
Attention restoration. Oh,
yeah. It's not about trying to be productive in the break. It's about giving your mind a chance to step back for a moment. So simple, yes, but powerful because it breaks that pattern of constant effort.
And it doesn't just say take a break. It gives ideas, doesn't it? Specific, easy things to do in those 5 minutes.
Right. Very practical. Things like just closing your eyes for a few moments, or getting up to drink a glass of water, maybe stepping outside if you can, just for a minute or two.
Fresh air.
Yeah. Or stretching your arms and legs, even just looking out of a window, letting your eyes relax on something distant.
Breathing deeply again.
Always a good one. Or just walking around a little bit, moving your body slightly.
So really low effort things. Things anyone could probably manage.
Exactly. Minimal effort, maximum reset potential, basically.
Okay, now this next part, I found this really interesting and maybe a bit challenging for me and maybe for others too.
What's that?
It's the advice to avoid stimulating activities when you feel tired.
Ah, yes.
The source specifically mentions things like using your phone too much, that endless scrolling we all do.
The doom scroll.
Yeah, or watching too much TV or videos. which is often what we do when we feel tired, right? We think, oh, I'll just relax and watch something.
It's a very common habit. We think it's resting, but the guide suggests maybe it isn't. Not really.
Why not? What's the problem with, say, scrolling through social media when you're tired?
Well, the rationale here is that even if it feels passive, that kind of activity still uses up a lot of mental energy.
Really?
Yeah. Think about it. Every notification, every new picture or headline, every quick jump from one thing to another. It all requires your brain to process information, make tiny decisions, react. It keeps your brain in a state of kind of low-level alertness.
So it's not actually restful.
Not in the way true rest works. It doesn't allow your mind to calm down and recharge properly. It can actually drain you further, even if you feel like you're doing nothing.
Okay, that makes sense. So instead of that, the guide suggests choosing activities that are slow and soft.
Slow and soft. I like that description.
Me too. What does that mean in practice?
It means choosing things that are calming, that reduce the amount of information hitting your brain, and that allow you truly to rest and restore your energy, not just distract you.
Okay. And it gives examples of these slow and soft activities.
Very gentle things, like listening to some soft, calm music.
Nice.
Or making a cup of tea, focusing on the simple process, writing a few thoughts in a journal, maybe.
Lighting a candle, that sounds relaxing.
Yeah. Or reading, but not diving into a complex novel necessarily. Maybe just reading one page of a book.
Just one page. Wow. That really emphasizes minimal effort, doesn't it?
It does. It's about deliberately choosing low stimulation activities to give your system a real break.
Right. Okay. Now, let's talk about something fundamental, something we all know is important, but maybe we negotiate with it too much.
Kind of.
Sleep.
Sleep. Exactly. The source really brings it back to basics, saying, with beautiful simplicity, sometimes I just need to sleep.
It sounds so obvious yet.
Yet we fight it, don't we? Or we cut corners. Why do you think we do that? Why is accepting we just need sleep sometimes so hard?
That's a big question. I think part of it is our culture, maybe. Always feeling like we need to be productive, always on the go. Rest can feel like, I don't know, laziness sometimes, even though it's essential.
And the guide talks about the mindset before sleep too, doesn't it? The psychological part.
Yes, that's crucial. It mentions the importance of letting go of the day, the suggested self-talk, things like, I did my best today and I can rest now. That sounds nice, but does it really help?
The idea is that it absolutely does. It's not just positive thinking. It's about consciously signaling to your brain and body that it's safe to switch off from the day's worries and tasks.
Okay.
If your mind is still racing, even if you're lying in bed, you won't get truly restorative sleep. Those phrases help calm your nervous system, allowing you to actually relax and benefit from the sleep you get. It helps you mentally disengage.
So it makes the sleep you do get more effective.
Exactly. It's about quality, not just quantity sometimes.
And there's a simple pre-bed routine suggested too.
Yeah, very straightforward. Putting away the phone that comes up again.
Of course.
Reading something simple, maybe not work-related or too exciting, and consciously thinking about good things, positive things from the day, perhaps.
Focusing on the good. And there's a powerful affirmation mentioned as well, something you can say to yourself.
I am tired now, but I will feel better tomorrow.
I like that. It's like making a little promise to yourself, an investment in how you'll feel tomorrow.
It is. It frames rest not as giving up, but as preparing for the future.
Okay, this leads us to the final main strategy, which feels quite deep. It's about self-kindness.
Ah, yes. This is a really important piece.
The source points out that feeling tired can sometimes bring sadness with it. And it says this is normal.
Which is such an important thing to hear, I think, because it's easy to feel down when you're exhausted and then maybe feel bad about feeling down.
Like a double whammy.
Exactly. So just acknowledging that connection, that it's normal, is helpful in itself.
And the core practice here is about how we talk to ourselves.
Yes. Speaking kindly to myself,
Yeah.
or as the guide puts it, talking to yourself like a friend.
How would you talk to a friend who is feeling tired and down?
Well, you probably wouldn't tell them to just suck it up and work harder, would you?
No, definitely not. You'd be gentle, understanding. You'd tell them it's okay to rest.
Precisely. And the guide suggests we try to offer ourselves that same compassion, that self-kindness.
Why is that so powerful?
Well, research actually backs this up strongly. Practicing self-compassion, being kind to yourself, can lower stress hormones like cortisol. It builds emotional resilience. When we're tired, our inner critic can get really loud,
Oh, yes.
telling us we're not doing enough or we're failing. Consciously choosing kinder self-talk counters that. It helps us, as the guide says, feel strong again. It's genuinely good for your heart, both emotionally and maybe even physically.
And it gives specific examples of kind things to say to yourself.
It does.
Yeah.
Simple, clear phrases like, you are doing your best.
Okay.
Or you need rest, not more work.
That's a good one to remember.
And simply, it's okay to slow down. Giving yourself permission.
Permission to rest. Permission to be kind to yourself. These seem like really fundamental things.
They really are. And when you put all these pieces together...
Yeah, let's try and connect the dots now.
Okay, so we have listening to your body, taking those really short breaks, choosing slow and soft activities instead of stimulating ones, getting enough sleep and preparing for it mentally, and practicing self-kindness. When you see them all laid out, they seem like small things, don't they? Slowing down, breathing, taking care, using kind words, resting.
They do seem small, individually.
But the argument is that together, they create this kind of powerful synergy. They're not just tricks to manage tiredness in the moment. They're more like foundational practices for overall well-being.
So doing these things consistently builds something bigger.
That's the idea. It builds resilience. It builds a deeper sense of strength. It allows you to engage with life, with learning, with everything else from a place of being cared for rather than from a place of constant depletion.
Right. And the source emphasizes that connection to growth and learning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That this isn't just about feeling less tired. It's about being more able to live and learn.
Exactly. It's about creating a sustainable way of being so you can keep growing and learning throughout your life without burning out. It supports that continuous journey.
So what does this all mean? What's the big takeaway for someone listening?
Well, I think it means that those small efforts, they really matter. Taking that deep breath, stepping away for just 5 minutes, choosing tea over your phone sometimes, going to bed a bit earlier, saying something kind to yourself. These aren't indulgences or signs of weakness. They're actually essential tools. They're powerful investments in yourself.
Investments that help you move from feeling drained to feeling strong again.
Right. Not just once in a while, but hopefully more consistently. Building that capacity.
Okay. So perhaps a final thought for our listeners to chew on.
Yes. Maybe think about this. How could embracing these simple practices, really committing to them, even in small ways, change things for you? Not just when you feel tired, but overall.
How could it impact your focus, your creativity, your energy for the things that matter to you?
Exactly. Could prioritizing this kind of gentle self-care, this rest and renewal, actually help you live more effectively, help you learn more deeply? Could it be that slowing down sometimes actually helps you go further in the long run?
Something to think about, definitely. It turns the idea of pushing through completely on its head.
It really does.
Well, thank you for exploring these ideas with me today.
My pleasure. It's important stuff.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel maybe a little more rested or at least inspired to try some of these gentle practices. Goodbye.